all mad risky to let him down.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Peyton, indie author and literary troublemaker.
I'm Mel, an unapologetic fan of horror, smut, and anything that combines the two.
Every other week, we get together and we convince each other to read the most unhinged novels that we can get.
Especially the ones that leave us asking, what the fuck were we thinking?
Oh my God, and tonight I got you a book. But before I
Ooh.
get started, this shit is crazy.
I'm want to say that I've made progress towards reading it, but I haven't. I had plans this week to read and things just fell apart. And so
Everything's fine. It's on fire, but everything's fine.
exactly, I feel like that dog in the room with all the flames around it just
Yeah.
all the time.
I'm good. I'm fine. I feel like we were just talking before we started recording, and both of our lives are on fire right now. We're surviving.
It's casual.
It's
For
cool.
anyone who isn't just surviving these days.
I know, and if you want to get all astrological, I think Pluto is fucking around with Mars or something like that. I don't know. I might be a witch, but I'm just not into that kind of stuff. But I will tell you, it's supposed to be pretty rough right now. A lot of people are struggling.
Pluto's in retrograde,
There we
according
go.
to Google's AI overview.
I knew Pluto had something to do with it, even though he's not a planet anymore. We still call him a planet, but whatever. It makes me want to go all psych and be like, "Did you hear about Pluto? It's messed up, right?"
It
Have you
is
seen Psych?
messed
You've
up.
seen Psych.
I have seen Psych. I love Psych. Pluto being disqualified as a planet, I understand scientifically it makes sense,
Oh,
but
I
I hate
saw,
it.
right. I saw an interview. Sorry, hold on. I saw the interview with the guy who technically got Pluto dismounted as a planet, and he explained it, and it was completely valid. I
Hmm.
got you, bro. I will defend you. There, because, and his argument was that's not even the biggest rock in our solar system. But for some reason, we just picked it, named it. There's tons, hundreds of other planet rocks that are even bigger than Pluto in our
Yeah.
solar system. But for some reason, he got us think.
Well, and the
And
thing is, too, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
no, no, no,
I'm
go
very
ahead.
passionate about Pluto.
Oh, no, go ahead, go for it.
The other thing too is that if Pluto was where Earth is in the solar system, it would melt. It's more ice
Yes.
than it
Yeah,
is anything else. And
right.
so that's one of the other big reasons.
hmm
Its orbit is weird as fuck.
hmm
So,
It goes in and out of the asteroid belt, right? I
yeah.
remember his orbit was really fucked.
Well,
Good.
no, I'm holding space while I look up Pluto's orbit.
I feel like I remember it going, it does a weird loop where it goes out of the asteroid belt, but I'm not sure. Don't clearly don't quote me on it. Anyways, Psych did a whole episode on it, and Aldrin dressed up like my son Aldrin had a career come see us. I don't know, some kind of career performance where they just talked about different
Okay.
careers and stuff like that. This is a lot of words. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But he dressed up as an astronaut and he had told Tom one thing, had told his teacher something else, had told me something in the car. And then that night before he went to bed, and we had to get a costume. So we were like, I need to know. Like, are you going to be a doctor? Do I need to buy a doctor costume? You're not in the bursar's office picking your career, bud. You're in kindergarten. You can change your mind. And he just goes, Mommy, I just really want to be an astronaut when I grow up. And I was like, and so he was an astronaut. He is named after Buzz Aldrin. And then today in the car, while we were waiting for him to go to school, he goes, Man, I just really need to get to the moon. I bet there's a whole world on that moon. And I was like, Buddy, there's a whole world on that moon.
That is so sweet.
He really is into a lot of space stuff, though. So
That's
proof that there's
adorable.
power in naming.
Amen to that. I do believe in that. I have a
Absolutely.
giant, I was telling you about it, and I don't know what it says about me, but I have this giant wooden turtle
Oh
now.
yeah, you're
It's
supposed to
a,
send me photos.
I know, he still hasn't come out of my car. So
Oh,
I've
fair.
been driving around with him in the front seat for almost a week now.
Nice.
But I got him because they're getting ready to sell my grandfather's house and they're cleaning out the estate. And so I brought him home. Huge, just wooden. statue thing. And I named it
Marcus. Oh,
because it looks kind of dumb. I love it so much. It's not dumb. It's actually a really cool wooden thing, but it does look a little derpy. And it just makes me think, I don't know if you've seen the memes and the reels on the internet of Marcus the Worm. He's the one that goes, Robert.
oh yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I didn't realize he was
Yeah.
a worm though. But yeah,
And so when I look at it, that's what I think of, and that's
nice.
why I named it Marcus.
That's awesome. I love it. So
So
yeah, there's
I don't know
yeah.
what power that name has other than just being a fun meme, but
Hey, it's a placeholder. I know it. I'm really passionate about making sure that you name things correctly. If you have a car, it needs to have a name. Our house has a name. Her name's Juniper. And so I don't know. I'm very crazy about there's power in names. Aldrin's a good indicator of that. Took me forever to convince Tom to let me name him Aldrin, but I just kept calling him Aldrin
and it's
before we
stuck.
even got pregnant because we had to do IVF. Yeah, so we had a long time of thinking about a fucking kid. And so I just kept naming him Aldrin. I think we went with BB before we knew if it was a boy or a girl once we got pregnant. Because Tom was, I'm not going to call, I don't want to get used to calling a girl Aldrin and then like, be like a girl. And Aldrin, well, I was going to name her Cosima, which means the
Oh,
costume.
that's pretty.
I'm a big Orphan Black fan. So I'm actually, it was so hard because it was like, do I want a boy or a girl? And literally it boiled down to what name did I want the most. And it was really hard because I had two great names. So maybe I'll name
That
my cat Cosima.
ooh,
A doggy named Cosima.
black lab.
Yep, you're
That
getting
would
it.
be adorable. Oh, you
I
got your
feel
next
it.
pet.
I feel it. I feel like the next animal I'm gonna get is gonna be a black dog. And I feel like it's gonna come to me, like Spook did, my little
Probably.
baby. Because Tom would never agree to it unless I have to rescue it. Because he knows he's gonna be the one that has to take care of it. And in all fairness, it's totally true. Tom's nodding his head right now listening to this podcast, but he knows it's true because he's the one that works from home. So, but wow, that was a long rant of our life being a shit show right now. But game on.
Oh shit, that's what we were talking about. I gone.
I love that we have a group chat with Taylor now, and so we're all
Yeah.
just like holy threesome Batman. Like that was insane.
I am so excited to start it.
Hmm.
I don't know when I'm gonna finish. I'm reading two books right now, which I never do.
You never do that.
But the one is so long. It's the Empire of the Dawn by Jay Kristoff. It's so long,
Yeah.
and I love it so much. It's so good, but it's dry. And so I've just got this little mystery thriller on the
Hmm.
side that I'm reading. It's also a lot easier for me to take a 300-page book to work with me than
Yeah.
to read on my lunch break and an 800-page book. But so I needed a break in the middle. And so
I had to do that with Wheel
my,
of Time. Some parts of Wheel of Time is just so fucking dry.
well, I think with Empire of the Dawn, where I'm at, it's about to get really exciting.
Hmm.
I keep thinking as these books come out that it's going to be the last book in the fucking series. And I just saw a post from Jay Kristoff the other day,
Hmm.
and it had the main fucking sigil that's in these books on a page. And he's like, sitting down for book four. And I'm like, fucking, I'm gonna read it because I love the series. That's
Yeah.
not a problem. Anyways, I'm getting so off topic from Game On
Yes.
again.
Girls,
Um,
no, we are talking about books. That's not off topic.
the mystery that I'm reading is The Darkness Greeted Her. I can't remember the author.
Oh,
And I'm trying to finish that. I'm gonna pick up and power through Game On because I know I'm gonna devour it.
it
I'm
won't
gonna
take you
sit,
long.
and then I'm gonna
Uh,
sit and push through that Jay Kristoff book.
Game On was like maybe a 13-hour read, not very long. I am not done with it just because I got a bunch of orders and had to reshift my focus. But I might finish it. I'll finish it by the end of the weekend, probably. I got to a really good part because it was like I'm not feeling it as good as the first two books, but it has
Hmm.
potential. To last little part has potential. So, but that's for another day, and another co-host will be joining us for that.
Can't
But
wait to have Taylor back on.
dude, I know she's so funny. So the book I'm actually talking about tonight is very similar. It is called Love Me, Stalk Me.
Oh, that
hmm
sounds familiar.
I think it's pretty popular. It got recommended to me.
I've seen that cover.
The cover looks really familiar. It got recommended on my Kindle, I think. And I was like, all right, I'll go for this. And it got recommended because I read Lights Out on my Kindle. So,
Algorithms.
what?
You gotta love algorithms.
I know, right? And they usually never fail either. Sometimes they give me some crazy shit, but for the most part, they're really pretty accurate.
Hmm.
So, all right, if you liked Lights Out, you can absolutely are gonna love this just because it's a slightly different flavor, but it's very Josh, to be honest with you. It's very touch her and you die, but it's an AI algorithm. So we have two main characters, Izzy Russo and Callahan or Cal Knight. And Izzy works for a high-end retail shop. I'm thinking Bloomingdale's or something like that. They don't really name the place, but it's pretty big. So she's a manager of this high-end retail shop, and Cal gets hired on to be head of the security. But Izzy is in a relationship with a stockbroker, and he's just a piece of shit. He
He's a
is like
finance bro.
exactly, he's a finance bro. And the book opens up on literally the worst date I think I've ever had to read ever. And the first chapter is Izzy in this god awful date with a man she's been dating for over 2 years. And he's just into his phone and all this other stuff. And she's miserable and he's constantly telling her to lose weight. He's like, and she's not even overweight. She's like perfectly normal.
Jackass.
I imagine the worst kind of finance bro you could ever imagine. And this guy makes him look great. I promise you. So Izzy has a friend and she's the assistant manager for the shop and she is like, if you're not gonna break up with him, then I know something. There's this AI program on your phone where it's an AI boyfriend and you just gonna log into this app and you tell the app what is your ideal man. And then you start getting text messages from him. You can talk to him, chat about him. He's the perfect boyfriend digitally. You can call him and voice talk with him on the phone. You
Oh,
can video record with him. And so it's just this whole I not that I would do it, but I was like, is this app real? Because I could really see it being very successful.
100%. Are you
Right.
kidding?
Yeah.
Especially if you could do it the other way around and
hmm
the AI chatting with the perfect girlfriend. The incels would be into that.
Right. I was just so blown away with the details that this author went into on setting up this app. And it was funny because it was like the best friend would be like, "Oh, I'll call and he'll sext me all day." And then I tell him to tell me a dirty story at night. And that's how I end my night was a dirty story from this AI boyfriend. And then she's like, they also send you a vibrator that connects to the AI boyfriend so that you have this. I know. She got really into this app. It was very high tech and very detailed. And
Yo, I feel like that's a market that we should crack into.
I know if this is not real, I need it to be real just so we can make money.
God damn.
It's so crazy to me, just the details. And so she has a horrible date with her boyfriend and just literally, I think she was like, I haven't had sex in over a year with this guy because he just disgusts me so much. But she is loyal to a fault. I'm not going to leave him, kind of thing. And so her friend's telling her about this the same day that Callahan starts. And Callahan needs everybody's cell phone to do authentication stuff for it, anyways, to make it more protected. I don't know, I'm not an AI guy, but to beef up everybody's security. And he gets Izzy's phone and he sees that she had downloaded this app. And he was like, she's hot. Let's see what happens. And so he just hacks her phone and hacks this app and programs this app to where he gets notification first and has a solid 90 seconds to answer before the app does. So technically, Izzy could be talking to him instead of the app. But if he can't get to his phone in time, then the app will default.
My God.
I know. And with that, I've really got to go pee. So I'm just gonna let that linger for a little bit and you figure out how fucking stalkerish that is. I'm also gonna cut this off.
Sounds good.
Oh, all right, whatever. My
It's
slaving
casual.
email. Hello. I hate this closet. I had to pee so bad that I got a cold chill while
I've
I
been
was gotta pee bad, and that you held it way too long when that's what happens.
ADHD though. I just ignore earlier signals.
I had to pee 10 minutes before we started this, and I was like, I can hold it, no big deal. Clearly not. So, all right, let's get back to this. So, here's the thing about Cal. Cal is ex-military, special forces, and he got into private security. And he was beautiful the second he like saw her. And so his decision was because she was in a relationship, he just decided, well, I'll just stalk her. And I'll
Fair.
just
Yeah, that works for me.
right, totally makes sense. And it's like it's weird because he doesn't want to start an affair or anything like that. He likes the idea that he can get to know Izzy and take care of Izzy as a boyfriend because she's not stalking or she's not cheating with an AI boyfriend. And that's not going to blow up at all.
No, of course not.
Never.
She's not gonna find out.
Right.
It's like Allie didn't find out about the fucking wall socket camera.
Right. So I'm glad you said Alex. I really just wanted to focus more along the lines of what it has in common with the Lights Out series, just because I'm not going to tell you much more about the story. It's just really good. It's a fun read for sure. Stalker romance, dark humor, workplace romance, morally gray, protective obsession, texting, chats, suspense elements, surprising emotional self-worth. There's a lot of I think I really enjoyed this because I've been in abusive relationships before,
Hmm.
and that's basically what Izzy's in. This guy is a narcissist in the purest definition, her boyfriend, and he's literally convinced her that she has no worth in this world except for to be his girlfriend.
What a loser.
Absolutely. This guy is unfortunately the biggest piece of shit on the planet, but wrapped up in the pretty bow of the most appealing thing that women go for. And
Hmm.
I've met so many of those guys before. There's
Yeah,
just something about that combination of looking attractive and having a good
having
job.
money.
And I always get so annoyed being on social media and seeing people fall for this kind of guy. And I don't know. It just, Izzy's self-worth is in the toilet. Because again, this boyfriend is constantly telling her she needs to lose weight, constantly ordering food for her. Can't even order her own food. And she's always apologizing. There's definitely clear signs of abuse. She's apologizing nonstop. She's starving herself. She no longer talks about work because he has no interest in hearing it. They were out on a celebratory dinner in chapter one where she just became the manager and she just got that massive fucking promotion and he was not caring at all. And so I don't know. It's just one of those things. The arc is really nice because literally Cal's whole existence winds up being, I got to build this girl's self-confidence back up and let her find her voice again.
I think one of the things that I really appreciate about dark romance novels, that is the general theme.
Yes.
As we talk about red flags left and right with dark romance and in this community, because a lot of the behavior is actually genuinely not acceptable in real life.
Right.
But the basis that all of these are built off of, which is female empowerment,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
rebuilding women, taking care of women,
Yep.
appreciating women, all of those are what at least draws me to dark
Mm-hmm.
romance.
It's funny, definitely on the same page tonight because I remember like, for reading this story, immediately was like, I'm gonna start Game On. And I think Tom made a comment, you're just like into dark romance now, or somebody did. I can't remember who it was. And I was like, that is like, that's my thing. These people kill people. They stalk, they do a whole bunch of crazy stuff that, again, is not acceptable in real life. But what is acceptable in real life is piece of shit people like this boyfriend. And there's more of these people. What always gets us is that although there is someone in the story, and it's usually the male main character, who's unhinged in all levels, except for he recognizes, respects, and wants to build up a woman who has been neglected by all the nice guys,
Right.
who has been tortured and pained by all the nice guys. And I get it. I get how these women feel being in a relationship like that. I
Right.
get how it feels to not be appreciated, to feel unworthy, to feel unloved, to have someone there, but make you feel like you're completely and utterly alone. And that is the worst feeling that you could ever do to a woman.
It sucks. I don't know a woman who hasn't been there at some
Right.
point. It's so soul emptying, right? And so it's nice to watch even just fictional characters have that rebuilt and have their soul put back together piece by piece.
Right. There's something about emptiness that is the most horrifying thing I've ever experienced. I think at my lowest point, any of my lowest points and my biggest dips were all due to someone making me feel that way. And I will be great and I will be fine. And then someone will make me feel that way, even nowadays. And it's literally, you're right, it's soul crushing. It is the absolute worst thing that you can do to someone who has been mentally abused, who has been emotionally neglected. And it's so easy to one thing like that, and it will make you feel like you're the tiniest, smallest version of yourself that you've ever been. And it can happen in an instant, but building a woman back up doesn't happen in an instance. That takes months, that takes years, that takes weeks. They may be okay, they may be fine, they may be great, and they may look like everything's good and normal, but there's still that emptiness there that has to be filled. And those are coming from love and affirmations and building that person up. And that is where all these morally gray men, that's what they're doing. Someone
Hmm.
is crushing and destroying and emptying this beautiful vessel. And these men are all like, I've seen the darkest things in the world. I've seen the most terrifying things in the world. And you are a ray of sunshine. And I need you to see that. And so they're just constantly filling and pouring it back in. And
Yeah.
Cal does that so beautifully in this book because he does it in person too, because he's working with her nonstop now. But he's also able to do the AI. I think she names the AI Caleb, and his name's
Yeah.
Cal. So everyone's all like, "Did you name it after?" And she 100% was like, "Cal's so cute," and so opposite of everything that she was dating and who she was. So it was just kind of funny that the AI. So it's like because it's Cal the whole time, and so it's just I don't know.
And I can confirm it is.
Caleb, because I think there's quite a few times she accidentally gets the names mixed up. And you're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yikes.
luckily it's AI and he doesn't mind, right?"
It's not like he's Caleb or anything, vice versa. God, that sounds like such a Josh thing to do.
100%. He gives the best Josh feel to anything, but she's nothing like Ellie. Nothing like Ellie. And it's nice that she looks a little bit like Ellie, but she's nothing like her. She, again, it's just, I guess, the abuse over it, but very Josh. Both books have morally gray stalkers, dark romance with humor. He's very funny. Obsessive, protective heroes. He protects her, but he also demands that she protects herself too.
That's
You're
a
not
good
a,
way to build a woman up. To feel
yeah,
strong and
exactly.
capable.
Right. And it really, and you can, and I think that's my favorite part. Like you can actually see mentally what Cal is doing to her
Mm.
is changing how she views herself. And a good relationship will make you change yourself because you start to value who you are. And so people always say don't change for a man, blah, and I always until I was in a relationship it was like I'm changing myself, but I'm not changing myself because he's asking me to. I'm changing myself because I want to be a better person.
And I think that's the difference too, is when they say don't change for a man, it's
Mhm.
not like don't change because he asks you to change, right?
Yeah,
That's what I think they mean by that. And so, but even 10 years ago, that's not how I would have interpreted it. No, I get what you're saying.
right. So I'm gonna list some of the differences between Lights Out and our Josh and Cal from Love Me, Stalk Me. The biggest differences, without giving any spoilers away, is Lights Out leans more towards chaotic, horny, internet thirst-trapped energy, which we know that, but it's very kink forward, playful, dark romance. Meanwhile, the Love Me, Stalk Me leans more emotionally damaged and healing, which we've talked about, emotional abuse recovery. And then you still have that AI chat room obsession, but it's more of a softer emotional core beneath the stalking. I say Lights Out was great with Josh and Allie, but there wasn't really. Josh had a little bit of healing to go through, but there was no, not that I can remember, no real big someone needed to heal. I think Josh had a little bit of it with his dad, but that was not because of his relationship with Allie that came to fruition.
Allie had something because I've got to save everyone complex because wasn't it her mom who died? Oh,
They die in the
spoiler.
car. Jesus, if you haven't read the book yet, we
It's such a
re-released it.
minor spoiler
Yeah,
for
it
the
is
entire
minor.
book
It is.
too,
It's
but
not. It's definitely minor. But I think you're right. I think somebody died that was close to her, and she couldn't save them.
she was in the car with her or something. It was like a big deal. And she had this whole Allie was driving and they got into an accident and her mom died, which is why she became or went into her profession. And so she had a meltdown. There was a whole thing with that at some point because Josh was like, you don't have to fix everything
That's
because of her, she would overwork herself.
That's really interesting because that elements are that means this book's not very different from Lights Out, I guess, but that's interesting. Sorry. You said that and I was like, in
Oops.
my head, I was like, no, that's oh, okay, I guess Allie did go through that. So sorry. So I don't know. I think I like this book a little bit better. It's not as sexy. It's not. Here's the problem with Lights Out and the whole Into Darkness series is they are playing with our thirst traps. Josh literally being a thirst trap. And then you got
Yeah.
Nico, who's the bike talk kind of thing. And then you got Tyler, who's
Mask
the
talk.
mask. And so you kind of, he's not in any way associated with the mafia because you got Nico for that. But like he has that mafia gambling type of vibe. So you really have Nevessa Allen kind of playing around with our thirst traps. She's taking what we love on TikTok and turning them into, and that was how she even got started with writing Lights Out and starting in the series. So you got to love and appreciate that. And I think that's why we become, as readers, completely obsessed with it. Um,
100%. It's what we're
like,
consuming. We can picture that
yeah,
in our heads because we watch those reels and those thirst traps play out every day.
and you're literally wearing my favorite thirst trap,
Oh,
Ghost Face. I lifted up and I was like, oh, wait, no,
I've been
not real.
meaning to show you this shirt.
I like it.
I got it at Target.
Nice.
The bottom of it, which I can't show right now, but it says charges apply, $2 for first minute, 45 cents each additional minute after that. It's like a phone sex joke.
Nice. I love it. I'm obsessed. That's awesome. I love the ghost face. And it's so funny because you do D&D, so you'll love this Matthew
Yep.
Lillard. You remember when I did the liminal space episode and I told you about these two writers that have done multiple films about liminal space? There's something in the dirt. The oh my God, I want to say the Untamed, but that is something completely different. But anyways, I told you about the two writers that did those series, how Tom and I are just obsessed with them, love them to death. Well, they are the ones that are writing and directing the Daredevil TV show now. And Matthew Lillard just did an interview and said that they were like, how did you get on the new show? And he was like, I'm the DM for everyone's campaigns for years. And so he's been hanging out with these two dudes, just chilling, DMing every week with these two guys. And when they got Daredevil, they were like, "Hey, we wrote you a part." It's like based
Hell
off of
yeah.
him DMing. And I was like, Tom, how cool is he? He just keeps getting cooler.
My favorite Matthew Lillard moment is the video that's it circles, I feel like once or twice a year, where
About Blues the
about
sign.
no, when someone broke into his house and he
Oh
chased them
yeah.
out of his house in just his underwear in the
I'm coming,
snow.
motherfucker. I'm coming
And
in his
it's just
boxers.
like, can you imagine the man who has played the actual Ghostface screaming at you in the middle of the night, chasing you down in his underwear? I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I would be scared shitless.
He was scared shitless. He was running so fast.
Oh my God. But so was Matthew.
I know. Well, he's like what, 6'3" or something like that, and he's all legs. It's so
He's a
funny.
tall motherfucker,
He is
that's
a
for
tall
sure.
motherfucker. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. It's literally one of my favorite clips on the internet.
I loved him in Up the River or Without a Paddle.
I haven't seen that one.
Him and Dax Shepard and Seth Green are in it.
Mm.
And it's about three friends that go camping trying to find lost treasure. And then they get lost in the woods. Really funny. He plays the main character, but there's one movie that he played where he's a hockey player, and I just found out that he was a hockey player in it, and now I'm like, I need to go back and watch that, and I'm kind of scared to watch it.
Played in a movie with or as a hockey player. Can you
What did you say?
not? I'm so sorry. I was like, I didn't know that Matthew Lillard as a hockey player in a movie.
I don't think it was like a main, and that's my thing is I don't think it's the main part of it. I think he just happens to be a hockey player in the
I
movie.
gotcha.
Let me look it up. I have heard that it's one of his better movies, but it's
Okay.
old. It was back right after Scream came out.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He
I've
has.
seen
I'm
the
like going through
Scooby-Doo
the list.
movies that he's been in, and Seth Green
Hmm.
was in one of those too. I'm looking at,
God, there's so much
gosh,
stuff. He did
I
an episode
didn't
of Criminal Minds. I didn't even know that.
I didn't realize that or a voice actor for all of these animated Scooby-Doo stuff too.
Oh, is that what Scooby-Doo keeps popping up? I feel like we
Yeah,
should be sharing
probably.
our screen or something. He was in 13 Ghosts.
He's been in so much.
Oh, I love Hackers. Have you seen him in Hackers? He plays Serial.
No, I
Oh,
haven't seen most of
1995.
these movies.
1995, Angelina Jolie, the first hacker movie I ever saw ever. They were in high school.
What?
Is it
Yeah,
since?
he's 56 now.
That's a hot
How old is
age.
Angelina Jolie?
I
She's
feel like she's
50.
older. She's 50? He's older than her?
He's older than her by 6 years, and they're both aging pretty well.
Definitely. Fun fact, not that you probably already know this, but he married his real estate agent.
Heather
She
Helm is her name.
she was showing his house or trying to sell him a house. And got a whole girl out of it. So
I didn't realize he had 3 kids.
I knew I had
Yeah.
kids. I didn't know how many though. How
Addison,
fun.
Macy, and Liam.
Two girls and a boy.
I feel really, speaking of stalkers,
We just stopped Matthew Lillard.
looks like they got married in 2000.
That was at the height of his
Congratulations on 26 years, in case, in the rare occasion that either of them ever listen to this.
right. We're big fans. I
Yes.
love his tequila.
He is
He has
tequila. Why do
he
all
has
the
a
actors have booze now? Ryan Reynolds has aviation, I think.
this is called Macabre. I think you would absolutely love I think you would love it because what he does is he just started their limited editions. They have artists paint on the bottles.
I've
They
seen
have glass artists that design the bottles, and then he has writers that write stories to go with the so he I love I don't know. Well, there's very few actors out there that I'm all like, I love this dude, but him and Keanu Reeves and probably fucking it, to be honest with you. Everybody else, I'm just like, mm-mm.
I'm looking at the macabre spirits online right now, and I've
Mhm.
seen these.
And here's the thing too, because a lot of times you get this really cool concept, but then the alcohol is complete shit. And I know you can't have tequila, but
Blake will
it's
drink it.
well, great. Tell Blake this. I fucking hate tequila. Hate it. I think I drank that whole bottle myself. I think Tom
Did
got
you
like three
really?
shots out of it, and it's the first time that I've ever been like, "Yo, let's go make a drink." And he has a suggestion on how to make a really good, because it tastes a little bit more like mezcal tequila. So it's smokier, but it's not as smoky as mezcal. So you have like a nice soft floral flavor afterwards.
Interesting.
Smoked lavender, not lavender, but like
Hmm.
it's got that floral effect to it. So you just mix club soda and some limes with it. Oh, or Sprite. So you could either do club soda and limes and then just some of that, or just mix it with Sprite. That shit was so addictive in a non-alcoholic way, but it was so delicious that Thomas, stop what you're doing right now and buy me another fucking bottle because it was so good and of course gorgeous artwork. So,
Put flowers in that afterwards. Black
absolutely.
roses or some black lilies, just fake ones.
You know what? I have Lego roses that Tom and Aldrin got me. I can put those in.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
actually
I'm
look
doing that.
really good.
I'm doing that. It's gonna go on my mental. But I love that he gets as many artists involved with it, so it's a whole artist collective. And
Hmm.
we know that I love artist collectives because that's my brand. Fucking Stardust Creatives is literally an artist collective. So I'm big fans about that kind of stuff. So there we go. We did our own stalking. How great is that? We just did full rounds.
It ties right in.
Absolutely. Now we just need to invent an AI boyfriend app and then we're good.
Well, and then we have to get the vibrator that connects to the AI boyfriend app. So we
I feel
still
like
got 2 steps to go.
that wouldn't be too hard
They already make
because
vibrators attached to apps.
I was about to say they already make vibrators attached to apps. So
You just have to get the AI, you have to train the AI model to run the app. But we'd have to figure out how we want to do that without killing the planet because AI is so bad for the planet.
right. Well, I know quite a few programmers.
Perfect.
It's kind of what Tom does. So
True.
his whole company is just programmers who would do this shit for funsies. We should do it. We should totally do it.
Let's do it.
I
One
literally just
time purchase, 15 or whatever the cost of the vibe is.
exactly. I really did love the concept of the AI boyfriend. And it was weird when a friend was talking about it, but knowing that Cal was behind it was like, oh, this is really cool. And it really did allow Izzy to be truthful and honest because it's just an AI program. How
Right.
many times I cussed out ChatGPT and I'm like, I can do this to AI. Like sometimes I just need to vent and then tell you that you're fucking stupid and then go on. And everyone else is none the wiser that I'm frustrated. So it was really just very, I don't think she would have made as much progress in the book mentally and emotionally from healing if it had just been Cal in real life.
Probably not.
But the fact being that this AI program was like, hey, listen, you should really, and again, it was Cal and he was just reiterating stuff, but the fact being that she could be 110% open and, hey, this is how I'm feeling right now. And then the program was like, hey, listen, I don't judge. And so she
Yeah.
had that freedom to speak. And that's honestly what a lot of people need. A lot of people, like, why I think the app is a great idea again. And a lot of people use AI programs like ChatGPT for therapists. You remember, did you hear about the girl on TikTok that went viral because her therapist was in love with her? But
No.
wasn't. The girl's fucking delusional. But she did this whole series about how she finally left her therapist after quite a few years because she was in love with him and he knew about it and he just strung her along. And she tells the story, and the whole time you're like, girl, you're crazy. He didn't do anything inappropriate or anything like that. But one of the things, the reason why I brought it up is one of the things is that she had named her Chat GPT and was using Chat GPT as a therapist to help her out through being in love with her real therapist.
Scary. That kind of stuff. I like the concept of the AI boyfriend in a book setting because it's so controlled, right,
Hmm.
by the author.
Hmm.
So, whatever. In the real world, though, AI is actively telling people to go kill themselves. And it is stringing people on and making people think that they're in relationships. And so there's
Hmm.
this weird thing that we're seeing societally with AI. And so the fact that she went and got made a therapist from chat out of chat GPT or a chat GPT
Hmm.
program to deal with being in love with her other therapist, that's the disillusionment there is so real.
You can tell she was definitely under psychosis or something. Like it made no sense. And she would read what ChatGPT was, and it was a whole lot of gaslighting. We should know everybody knows that AI gaslights you. Like it's just a part of their programming. And I don't know, it was just crazy. But like I was saying, even with this book, the concept of the AI boyfriend was very uncomfortable to me until Cal stepped in. And knowing that it was a real person on the other end as a reader, that you're just like, oh, this is really cool. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know, a lot of people are really just, it's programmed to make you feel good about yourself. So I don't know what I was going with that. It's totally blanked. But AI is crazy, but I do like that concept of
I
it.
like the concept a lot.
Hmm.
I do.
Especially
Again,
when
because
you
it's
use
so
like,
controlled.
especially when it's used the way that it's used in the book. Again, controlled settings, obviously, but it's very much built around building her up and
Hmm.
making her realize, hey, that's self-deprecating. We should work on that. And given those assignments, like, hey, let's not be self-deprecating. Let's work on this. How can we do that? And then the idea of, well, just tell me a dirty story so that I can go to bed at night. And just the idea of like, building up a person's self-confidence, especially after an abusive relationship that Izzy went through. So it's really cool. I think that was a really great way of using that.
Yes.
So definitely props. I think you would love the book. I do want to read the trigger warnings for it,
There's
just for
trigger
that.
warnings. It's a
Yeah,
menu.
I know, right? It's funny because like Taylor sent us a text about the trigger warnings for Game On, and she was like, "Did you guys read those trigger warnings?" And I was like, "I just skipped them." And then Mel sending off trigger warnings, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I should." Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Some of the stuff. I feel like as an author, I feel like I remember when trigger warnings became a thing, and it was right after I wrote my first book. And I was just like, are we doing this? And I remember an author going, I feel like it spoils my book by adding trigger warnings. And I was like, can get like you can spoil the book, but at the same time, people don't have to read them.
Right.
But I literally for like Game On reading some of those trigger warnings, is that necessarily a trigger warning? I remember reading the list that you sent, and I was like, is this a trigger warning necessary? Let's pull up these trigger warnings. Forget gambling.
Addictive personalities. If you're
Like
already addicted to gambling, you might not want to read about it because it might make you want to do it.
I guess, but if the cover of the book is poker chips, do we need to warn people about it? Is that not visually a warning? I don't know.
I'm going to be 100% with you. I did not until this moment realize that that's what was on the cover.
It's poker chips. It's poker
So
chips in a mask. Yeah.
I see the poker chips now, but I
Hmm.
did not know that that's what that was.
Food insecurity. I guess I can get that if you have like eating disorder or something like that. Which she does not have an eating disorder, by the way, just to let you know. She has an autoimmune disease, I think. I don't know. It's
Mm,
something like her diet's a lot like yours. You just have to really control a lot and because your body just hates you. Type of mentality. So just you might feel a little connected to that.
probably.
Um, you're really gonna feel like half the time I was like, oh Mel, when reading it.
Oh,
Trigger warning, hit and run, car accident. That's why I was like, Allie? So I thought that was, I'm sure there's probably a scene in of it where her and Allie really connect because of that type of thing.
putting,
Needles. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you first.
Oh, it's just reading the last one's needles and tattoos. Well, she's a tattoo artist. Some of it was weird.
I think I just put two and two together. So in the first Lights Out book, when Allie calls, I haven't even read the books yet, or the third book yet. But when
Right.
Allie calls Tyler up and Tyler's like, well, I've got a girlfriend now. Do you think it's
Maybe.
this girl?
I don't think so. Because you do have a timeline where you understand it does. crossover from the other book, which I told you was my biggest fucking fear, but they've done it so well you can't tell. All this is happening, and she's not met Allie and Josh yet. So this is all happening before she met Allie and Josh. But he didn't meet her until after he got in business with Nico. So I feel like
Don't
no,
tell
this
me
is probably not
anymore.
it. And it's
You're probably
literally
right.
then again you never know because he's a little stalkerish himself. I'm not like I don't Tyler's crazy.
I'm
Tyler's
excited to
actually
read
crazy.
about it.
I like it. He's definitely it's a different dynamic. Josh and Allie's one dynamic, Nico and his girl is one dynamic, and then these two are just fucking toxic. Talk about opposites attract kind of thing. So it's interesting. Anyways, no
Interesting.
more of that. We'll let Taylor walk us through that one. But major trigger warnings for this stalking, which is in the title. Love me, stalk me. Emotional abuse, which we talked about, toxic relationship, gaslighting. Oh my God, there's so much fucking gaslighting in this. Body shaming, fat phobia, especially. I think that's my biggest pet peeve is even in Gay Mom, can we not have a chunkier girl? Maybe because I'm a chunkier girl, but can we not have a chunkier girl without fat phobia and body shaming her? Even if you have a character that you're trying to make the biggest asshole on the planet, it's not necessary to go down that alley.
Right.
It's just not. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot less of that shit than books make it out to have. Maybe I'm just old. No, my job proves to me that there's a lot less fat phobia and body shaming in this world than books and literature and even social media make it out to be.
Well, we just zoom in on the bad.
hmm Considering what I do for a living and all the different kind of people that I hang out with, that is not a fucking issue anymore, really. Anyways, sexual assault. That one definitely needed a trigger warning for sure. That one definitely upset me. Kidnapping, violence, misogyny, hacking, privacy invasion, abusive boyfriend dynamics, which kind of covers it all, but definitely do want to give a heads up about the sexual assault. Because, like I said, I usually skip trigger warnings. I saw it coming. I did. So I was able to warn myself, but it's still never good to
It's
mentally put yourself in
uncomfortable.
that position and stuff. But I think that's it. I got a lot more notes, but I don't really care about them. So,
Well, if I haven't already, I'm putting a Kindle on our registry and then I can get Kindle Unlimited and I can read it. Or I can just order it paperback.
honestly, though, I'm telling I'm completely obsessed with my Kindle. I know it's crazy because I will probably still buy the books just because I have a library. These are my trophies. I was not into sports growing up. So my trophies can be whatever I want them to be.
Absolutely.
So if I like a book, I will purchase it. Then again, things are expensive.
I can't. It cost me $50 to fill up my gas tank the other day.
Oh my God, yes.
And I'm like 4.50 a gallon.
It's
Like
insane.
there was Blake showed me a picture. I'll have to send it to you. But someone took stickers of Trump pointing that said I did that and put them on all the gas pumps pointing at the gas prices.
hmm
And it's just like, you sure as
Yeah,
fuck did do that, buddy. Starting a war in the Middle East where the majority of global oil supply comes from. That's
I know.
smart.
He's a dumbass. He needs to go change his diaper and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a political channel, so
No,
it's about as much
that'll
as you're gonna
be,
get from either one of us.
yeah. That sounds like a great book, though.
hmm
And I definitely think that it's one that deserves a read from me. Looking at one picture, it's the cover of the book, and then it's got a drawing of the two, Cal and Izzy, together, and he's got her over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, he does that quite often, actually.
Yeah,
Um, let me see if I haven't looked at any like fan art. Love me. Yeah, be interesting. Oh yeah, he
it
does
doesn't.
that a lot. It's kind of cute.
I love that
hmm
kind of shit.
I think that was like reference to that particular the first time he does it. Um, fat shaming herself, and because she's so used to her boyfriend talking and like that to her. And so I was like, shut up or I'll like be over my shoulders. And she was like, no, I'm too heavy. I can't do that. And he was like, I'm fucking jacked. Like military, like it's not a thing.
Here, just yeet
Probably nothing.
nothing.
So yeah.
Ugh, here for it. That's the kind of shit that I live for in a good dark romance book.
Yeah,
Very excited. This is definitely one that I'll have to add to the list.
definitely. And there is a second book. I think it's oh
I
yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's about the best friend. Yeah. So
Hell yeah. Awesome.
yeah, I honestly look forward to her because she's like busy, so she's really the comedic relief. And imagine intelligent blonde character.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, intelligent, just like character from Legally Blonde is, but like not really ditzy, but just kind of like
Okay.
skip the ditzy, go badass, but definitely Legally Blonde. What is her name? Elwood. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Elwoods, I think. So I will probably pick it up and read it too.
Here.
So,
Called Hate Me, Take Me.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's an
Yeah.
interesting cover. It's pink. It's got the same like the text message bubbles, but it's
Oh,
got
yeah. Makes total sense. Yeah.
and the bride in a cross eye
It's a biker.
and a masked girl.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's something that happened like the end of the book with Amanda that kind of like getting into it because it's not a spoiler, but it's just fun. But you're just like, who the fuck is this bitch? And so like I found out that she was book two, I was like, because I need to figure out her story.
It
So,
looks like it comes out in August,
nice.
so I'll have to add that to the calendar.
Yeah. Well, that's good because this might be our next Into the Darkness kind of series. Because I think Game On's it, right? Right.
Into the Darkness is a trilogy. As far as I know, it has not been expanded, nor has Nevessa expressed interest. I think she's working on other projects now.
Yeah. My clients are starting to realize I sell books too because I write. So
Yeah.
they're starting to like buy my books, and like no one has bought my books in so long. A, I don't advertise, but like no one has bought my books in so long that I just kind of because it was like devastating.
Mhm.
Put your heart and soul into a novel, and then like no one buys it, and so you're just kind of like, oh well, why that? Let's find something else. But then I had a client the other day that was like talking Awakening and about how cool it is, and she bought Breaking, so I was like packing up Breaking for her today, and I was like, I need to emotionally finish the series myself as a writer
Yeah.
because books I was gonna it's gonna be like witchcraft, New Orleans, and Grim Reapers, and just so fucking excited about it and could not wait to do it. And then when Breaking came out, I think I sold like 10 books. That was it. And I spent like a fucking like trying to print stuff like that. And so I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't get any bad reviews. Just no one bought it. So anyways,
Well,
if you like angels and all sorts of crazy stuff like that, you should check out that series
I've heard really good things about
for me.
it. Yeah, but all your stuff's good.
Oh, well,
So,
thank you. So, well, what are we gonna do next, Mel? You're next. What are we gonna do?
oh, I don't fucking know yet. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I don't know. I can spin around here, take a look. Don't mind the walking pad that's standing in the background. Maybe we'll do some poetry next. Maybe
Poetry
we'll
would be nice.
switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
If not, gonna be something completely unhinged and off the wall and not what you were expecting at all, as I like to do from time to time.
Okay. I'm
And by
excited.
that I mean every episode, because you cannot stick to a plan.
It's because we created a whole document where we were like, all right, here's all the books and we're gonna cover them, and then like I haven't let it. I'm a mood
Yeah,
reader. I don't know why I wouldn't be a mood podcaster. So,
I think it works better for us to just kind
mhm.
of fly by the seat of our pants.
Honestly, yeah. So,
Yeah,
alrighty. I'm gonna pack up one more box, so we should probably
I'll
call it.
let you. I'll let you go then. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for telling me about Love Me, Stalk Me. I'm very excited to add that to my list. And don't forget to click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, turn on the background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cut a
whatever
song, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of things. Thanks for unhinged with us. We appreciate it and we love you guys. And bye,
See
fuckers.
ya in a couple of weeks. Bye.
What the fuck were we thinking?